Well, greetings, folks, and welcome to the Ironkerbal Challenge. My name's Ian. This is Kerbal Space Program. There are many people who cast it, and I'm about to join them. I'm going to be playing the game and trying to get to every landable body in the system and do the Explore mission, the Explore contract. So, explore Duna, explore the moon, explore Eve, etc. in the shortest possible in-game time. However, I'm going to be doing it on hard mode, which means no reverting of flights, no quick loading. If people die, they die. So this may actually be beyond my capabilities, but I think it'll be fun nonetheless. Particularly when it all goes horribly wrong and you get to laugh at me. So, we'll create a new game. I've got a few installed, but they are limited to mods that represent a ground crew or a team in mission control that are helping me in the design and running of my space program. So, for example, we have the Contracts Manager mod, which allows us to see and group contracts into different missions for different ships. We have the Transfer Window Planner, which enables us to plot the best time to leave for different planets in the Kerbin system. The very important Kerbal Alarm Clock, which we'll be using a lot so that we avoid losing manoeuvres, and for one of the other restrictions that I'm putting on myself for this challenge, which is that between each launch there needs to be 6 clear days, 6 whole days, for the Kerbals to refurbish their launch facilities and to bring the new vehicle out and ready it. So you can't have more than 2 missions in every 7-day period. Because you can get a plane from the runway and you can get a rocket from the launch pad. But you're not allowed to launch a rocket from the runway, and you're not allowed to launch a plane from the launch pad. So those are the restrictions. After launch on day 1, there'll be 6 clear days. The second launch will be day 8, and so on and so forth. So there's 2 other mods, but I'll show you those in a second when we get into the vehicle assembly building. So let's just hide these away. So first let's go and look at mission control and get the important first missions, launching our first vessel and gathering scientific data. So that gives a little bit of money, not a lot. The money issues on hard mode are quite stringent, so yeah, we may fall foul of that. Just as an example, upgrading the launch pad, 150,000 credits, and we have 25,000 credits. Upgrading the vehicle assembly building, 450,000. Upgrading R&D, 902,000 credits. So we're going to have to really work at making cheap, maybe even reusable rockets as much as possible. So we've got our first contracts, let's get to them. So now that we're in the vehicle assembly building, I can show you the last 2 add-ons that I'm using. The Kerbal Engineer Redux allows us to see the delta V, mass, thrust to weight ratios and everything of the rockets that I'm building. And the other one that is vehicle assembly specific is the RCS Build Aid mod, which allows you to see where the thrust vectors go, the centre of mass when the ship is empty of fuel. So if we remove the fuel from the all the boosters, in this case we only have the one, then that shows that, so that's really handy for designing where you want thrusters to go, rockets to go, and also for keeping your planes balanced when we get on to creating some planes. The other thing I should mention, part of the rules of this challenge, is that it is perfectly allowable to have a different save game, which is a simulator in which you can design rockets, planes, and whatnot, and then copy the craft files across into the Ironkerbal save and load them in, as I've done with this one. And if I just pop up the load dialog, you'll see I've got another one ready for a future mission, already designed and tested in the simulator save. But when things get launched here, this is for real, and anything that goes wrong will stay wrong. So finally, we need crew, and no Jeb. We're taking Valentina because equal opportunities. Most people start with Jeb, and I'm not going to because I'm different. So we're all ready to go and head out to the launch pad. Okay, so the first mission is to collect some science, so let's do a crew report. Keep that. EVA Valentina and hope she doesn't fall off. Take the data and store it. This will allow us to do another crew report in the future. And she's going to grab an EVA report while she's here as well. Then pop back in. Engage stability control. Double check our staging looks okay. And we are off. I'm going to turn over a little bit and see if I can get towards the water. We got a speed record there I just spotted popped up. And I forgot to do the mystery goo on the launch pad, so let's do one here. Let's do a crew report here. And now we're falling back. So I'm just going to tilt the craft over like this. I don't think I've got enough, I don't have enough sideways velocity to get to the water, but maybe we can come down close enough to the shores to get the shore. Come on, stay straight, stay straight. Oh, we're making some reasonable progress sideways. I think we'll have the chutes now. So now let's just get down to the ground and hope the engine can take it. 6.7. Yes, the engine can. Oh well, we're falling over. That could actually be a benefit. So let's do a mystery goo observation. And we're at the shores. Excellent. So we keep that. And we've got one more goo canister, so we may as well do that again, because then hopefully we'll get this extra little bit of science here that we wouldn't otherwise. Valentina can EVA. Oh, clunk. That was not an elegant return to ground. Do another EVA report. Climb on. No, climb on. Okay. Take data. Store all those experiments. Climb, and whilst we're in the air, try and do an EVA. Yes. Report. No, that's not an in the air report. Never mind. We'll reboard our capsule and do one last crew report. And that'll be as much science as we can get from this mission. Okay, let's recover and see what we got. 18.1 science, so it gives us 24 in total. Some of it will be from the missions, and we got most of our parts back and some XP. Super. We gathered scientific data. Yes, we've got a speed record, we've got another speed record, and we have launched our first vessel. So, that's year 1, day 1. And now I'm just going to set an alarm for when we can use the launch pad again. So, I'll set it for a specific date. 6 clear days after day 1 is day 8. And what's the time at 0? for the launch pad. And that'll be next time.